To another episode of Autism Reviews, where I review random games that I have played. Today's episode is about Aoi Oni, which I'm pretty sure I said right, but I don't really know. And this will be the original instead of the remake because, it's more fun, I guess. I don't know. This is another classic horror game, although a lot of people know the titular character from a Roblox game known as Pillar Chase 2. Aoi actually originates from this 2008 indie game made in RPG Maker XP of all things, which is kind of funny, which is mainly used for Pokemon Essentials now and I guess some other things, but it's crazy to think that a software made back when I was born is still being used today. And similar to Clock Tower, this game is a bit influential towards modern horror. Well, for some games at least. And, Aoi Oni itself in the West is not exactly like a popular franchise, but in its home country, Japan, it is somewhat popular, I'd say. It's kind of like I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, where it kind of has a cult following. And this game even has a movie. I haven't seen it, and I haven't really heard anything about it. I don't even know if it's good, but uh, it exists if you want to watch it. Alright, let's play the game. The story follows a group of friends who decide to stay the night at this extremely creepy mansion. And you want to know what this game reminds me of? Resident Evil 3. The puzzles, the backtracking, Nemesis is replaced by this ugly motherfucker, people turn into zombies when they die. It's similar to Resident Evil 3. Granted, it's from the top-down view and there's no voice acting, but my point still stands. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. Resident Evil 3 is great, but I think Aoi Oni uses a different perspective on things, which is what makes it more unique and good. Since, unlike Resident Evil 3, where you switch between Jill and Leon, you only play as one character, who is the protagonist of the game, who is named Hiroshi. I'm pretty sure I said that right. I don't really know. But you can name him whatever you want, so I just named him John. Because that is me. Anyways, um, there is, obviously, since this is a horror game, you're not alone in this mansion. And the monster designs are actually super interesting. There's the titular character, of course, but there's this cube guy, this Giga Chad, and whatever this is supposed to be. I don't know. He kind of looks like the giant monster from the first episode of Amazing Digital Circus. I don't really know. But anyways, this is decent. I did die a couple of times, and for some reason there's achievements for walking, which I think is a little stupid, but it's also a little funny. So yeah, nothing much to say. It's a simple game, and yeah, it's decent. But should you play Aoi Oni? Yeah, like with Clock Tower, it's similar, not similar, I mean, it is a classic horror game that I would recommend checking out at some point. It is influential, and it's it was made on a engine that is still being used today, oddly enough. Yeah, it's pretty cool. As for where it goes in the tier list, I'll give it a B tier. Obviously, there are some issues, like the limitations of the engine kind of make it a little weird, and I think the monster design for the titular character is kind of goofy and ugly. But obviously, this is an old game, and the creators did have to work with what they had, and they did a pretty good job with that. So, as for the next game, I will be reviewing RimWorld, which is a game that is from my friend's Steam library. Like with this game, this was also from my friend's Steam library. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Also, like I said, there is a remake of this game on consoles, but I played the original simply because I wanted to kind of know what the game was like before I tried out the remake. And I have played the remake. It is good, but I don't. It is fundamentally the same game except with some less issues, so it's not enough for a review. So yeah, that's all for now. Thanks for watching.